This episode of Bankstandin is brought to you by our $10 or more patrons at the J1MMY Patreon. A big thanks to Norsklask still with the $100 patron, Offset Onset, a $25 patron. We've got Adam Amaya, Sawyer Peterson, Caleb Beiter, and Ryan Hall all as our $10 patrons. We had the initial goal to find a streaming service to host the podcast, but I recently had to dig into savings for a multitude of financial problems, so unfortunately I have to put that off for a while, as Patreon is basically my only source of income at the moment, so I apologize for the inconvenience to those who like to listen in their car or Apple Music or SoundCloud. We're hoping to get it worked out as soon as possible, so for right now it's just going to be on YouTube. But if you are interested in supporting the podcast to keep it rolling, visit the link down below in the description to see all the benefits that come along with it. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in today and enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sixth episode. Six, right?
Yep.
Sixth episode. It's the sixth installment of your favorite podcast of all time, Bankstandin. I'm your host, Jimmy, J1MMY, spelt with a 1 if you didn't notice back there. Don't mess that one up. I'm here with Hellwind. Hellwind, how's it going?
Hello.
What have you been up to?
I got the new microphone.
You did get the new microphone. Why don't you delve in a little bit about?
Do I need to explain that whole situation?
We'll get into it in a second here because we kind of have to introduce someone that's joining us today. He goes by the name of Anions. He's here. What's going on, Anions?
What's up, dudes?
Oh yeah, nice smooth, silky voice for all of you. Why don't you tell these people who are wasted in like an hour of their time who you are and why they're gonna listen to you?
Sure. What's going on, guys? My name is Anions. I make OSRS videos on YouTube. I kind of mostly make like comedy skits, kind of like what Jimmy makes. I actually won his NPC video competition, so you guys might have heard of me before.
Not a big deal.
Definitely not a big deal. But yeah, I am here today just to kind of put my 2 cents in on some conversations, and hopefully I can add to the conversations that will be held on this podcast today.
Yeah. I hope you talk sometimes. That'd be nice. Yeah, no, I think to be blatantly honest with you, I brought Anions on for a main reason of that every time I hear his voice, no matter how soft I am, it just lifts me up just a little bit. So it was a perfect opportunity to kind of make this go by a little bit better. So anyway, we'll get into what Hellwind's been dealing with. So as you could hear a little bit, Hellwind got a new mic. He's not using his little fucking headset anymore. Hellwind, why don't you enlighten everybody your journey to get that microphone?
All right. So let's start from the beginning here. Initially, when I had a stream donation goal to get this microphone, once again, thank you everyone for the help for that. Everyone and their mother said to get a fucking Blue Yeti, right? So I wanted an AT2020 at first. That was my heart set microphone. I was like, you know what? I really want that one. But no. If you go for the mic you want, you're an amateur. Fucking everyone's like, get the Blue Yeti. You won't regret it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll get the stupid ass Blue Yeti. I order the fucking thing. It arrives, all is well. I take the thing out of the box. For one, it looked like a giant cock sitting on my desk, so that was already just awkward enough.
It's true.
Sounds like you're really sexually frustrated right now.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, anyway, I plug this thing in, and the first thing I do is get into a call with Jimmy. And, well, you right away noticed there was something off.
It's like you were calling me from the wing of an airplane traveling across the country.
So I thought, okay, maybe I need to figure some settings out or whatever, get this thing all set up nice and neat. Go through probably like 4 hours. Okay, maybe that's a little exaggerated. Maybe 2 hours at the most of like trying to figure out how to get this thing set up and going through settings and whatnot. And thinking I finally got to a certain point where it's pretty good. I test this fucking thing out on Audacity and Streamlabs, and it just sounds fucking awful. Anyway, I keep messing with more settings, and then I get to a point where it sounds pretty good. I go to bed, every night I turn my computer off as you should, turn it off, don't break that shit.
Save the trees.
Yeah, save the trees, everything like that. I wake up the next day, get on, and I hop into voice chat on Discord, and it sounds like I'm fucking across the damn room, even though I'm like right up to the microphone. So there we are, back to an issue.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no settings were changed. It was all the same as the day before, so nothing changed.
So tell me, Hellwind, what have you concluded from this entire situation?
For one, Blue Yeti fucking sucks. So that's my advice. Never get a fucking Yeti.
Okay.
And two, listen to Jimmy when he recommends a microphone.
Oh, wow. Wow, that...
Because, Jim here recommended to use the microphone that he uses currently. And I thought,
right.
well, okay, but I was told to use the Yeti, so I'm going to buy the Yeti and just say, fuck you, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
it looks like I might have some credibility here or something. I don't know.
Little bit.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Blue Yeti is notorious for just not doing too well. Now, Anions, do you have a Blue Yeti? Is that what you're using right now?
I do have a Blue
Okay.
Yeti. That's what I've been.
See,
That's what I've been using for the past couple of years.
Whatever
actually.
Anions did and has done with his Blue Yeti it was not possible with Hellwind's. Like, this thing was fucked. This thing was so fucked. I'm not exaggerating. It sounded just abysmal. Like I cannot just emphasize that enough. It was painful to listen.
Awful.
It was painful to have a conversation. It's still always painful to have a conversation with Hellwind, but this time was just amplified through the roof. It was just it was not enjoyable to be in a call with him. I had to come up with excuses to get out of the room.
Really?
But yeah, no, I'm glad he got it. It's a Samson CO1U Pro. Feel free to contact me, Samson. Maybe sponsor the podcast. Who cares?
Hey.
Yeah, no, highly recommend that one. It's like $70 less than Blue Yeti, and it gets
it's a beautiful microphone. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you still got some configuring to do, but we'll figure that out.
A little bit, but we'll get it going.
Yeah,
but I've only had it for a few days now, so.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's good.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we got the mic now. That's good. I gotta tell you guys a little bit about my fucked weekend, because it was a ride and a half. I'll tell you. So I'm going across the state of Kansas with a hockey team that I am the president of, and we're going all the way from the east side of Kansas all the way to Colorado Springs. So it's about an 8.5 hour drive. I start the drive in my car. I'm making a solo mission because I had to leave later than everybody, and I get about 3 hours in, and I'm on the highway, and my car battery light comes on in my car, and I'm like, well, that's not good. And so I pull off into the nearest town. It's like some town with like a population of 50. And keep in mind, there's like 25 auto repair shops because, you need 25 auto repair shops when there's 50 people living there. It's about all they know how to do. And so I go in, and it's 6:30 p.m. and everything fucking closes at 6. So I'm like, oh, good. That's great. So there's a Walmart auto repair shop 30 minutes away, and it closes at 7, which is 30 minutes from now. So I bust ass to Walmart Auto Repair, and I get there, and the guy's like, wow, dude, we're really about to close. You can't really, I don't know. And so he's like looking at my car, and he's like, well, I mean, just keep your battery on until you get to where you're going. And I'm like, okay. So I head out of the parking lot. I head towards a gas station, and my car just completely shuts down, dies, emergency mode in the middle of the street, and I use the rest of my momentum to get into a parking lot, and I'm stranded in this fucked little town in Kansas. And it wasn't as bad as the first one. This is actually like a civilized little town, but still small nonetheless. So I'm stuck in this town for the night. I had to call a tow truck in the morning, stayed there, woke up, spent probably about 7 hours sitting at a Starbucks waiting for them to repair everything. It was the alternator that was out. Dropped a swift $720 fixing that shit up. And then continued my journey and got to Colorado Springs. So
wow.
Yeah, that was a terrible experience, but a story to tell forever.
That's definitely a story to tell.
I think the worst thing you experienced was the internet speed at that hotel room.
Oh, I think I was getting 1 megabyte per second.
So
man.
bad.
Oh, it was disgusting. Yeah, no, it was bad. No, but we're here now, and that's good. Yeah. So me and Hellwind have been struggling. Anions, you got any struggles that you've been going through, or are you thriving?
No, I'm doing pretty good, actually. My weekend.
Yeah, I'll go fuck myself. That's cool.
My weekend has been fine.
Perfect. It's great.
And fuck you for being happy.
I've just been doing good. I've been working like every night because I work overnights. But other than that, yeah, I've been pretty good.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm glad. One of us is having a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Okay, well, oh, I love coughing. We're gonna get right into talking about the announced update Jagex put out last week about Song of the Elves, and that's gonna be they claimed it's the second major release of the year that they're gonna put out, and it is the basically like the elf story. It's the Prif, whatever you want to call it. That related shit. It's going to tie in all the elf storylines to Old School and finish it off. And a bunch of stuff is coming from that quest that's going to be put into the game. So obviously Prif is coming, which if you've played RS3,
Hype as fuck.
Yeah, Mr. RS3 Maxed Cape Tattoo Boy has a lot of good things to say about Prif. So that's going to be coming, hopefully. So we want to talk a little bit about what's going to come with it. So there's apparently some crystal stuff coming, and I have no idea. I don't think I ever went to Prif in RS3 because I'm terrible. But
you did not do Plague Zone. There's no fucking
No,
way.
there's zero chance I did that. I know for a fact I didn't.
Prif.
No. So what's the deal with the crystal stuff, Hellwind? What is that?
They're talking about implementing crystal armor, which looks pretty fucking cool to me. I think it's a tier 70 hybrid armor. I believe that was what was discussed.
Yeah, it said like 70 defense, 50 agility to put it on.
Yeah. It's a hybrid armor. And then the crystal tools, which would be like the harpoon, the axe, and the pickaxe. What you do is you'll get like a new item called like the crystal shard or whatever it is, and you put it onto a dragon equivalent, basically. Like the dragon harpoon, pickaxe, and axe. And it has like 10,000 uses, like 10,000 charges, which is pretty fucking cool. So it's a good sync for those items too. So I hope they implement it because that'd be pretty nice to have some new tier, I think it's 70 gear, 70 skilling stuff.
Did I just go back in time when you just asked if it was 70 tier, or
No, that was for the armor.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, because I think the armor and the skilling stuff is tier 70.
Okay, good. I thought
No. You didn't have some deja vu. That was like two separate things.
Good. I thought I started freaking out. So you said that was like an RuneScape 3 copy and paste, like that exists in RuneScape 3?
Yeah, those have been in RS3 since Prif came out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that game, so I don't know how I feel about it.
You said RS3, I don't like it.
Oh, Evolution of Combat coming soon. So there's a skilling boss too?
That's what's being talked about. I don't know if it's gonna pass or not, but it'll be basically like Wintertide, but for mining, smithing, and for some reason runecrafting.
Oh,
so I don't know how good the XP is gonna be though. It's probably gonna be kind of mediocre, so they don't want to give us like fucking Runespan again.
Oh,
but
there's no fletching involved.
So yeah, instead of fletching, you get runecrafting.
Okay, Anions, are you an untrimmed fletching cape owner?
I am not. I am an untrimmed fire making cape owner.
Oh, why do you have a fletching cape on in your picture? Or am I insane?
No, it's a fletching cape.
What?
Well, I'm confused then.
What?
What do you mean you?
What? Wait, what picture are you looking at? What are you
Your
confused
fucking
about?
Discord
your
one.
YouTube picture. I don't know.
What about it?
Why do you have a fletching cape if you don't have a fletching cape in the game?
I do have a fletching cape in game.
Wait,
But you just
what?
said you had an untrimmed fire making cape.
Yeah, you asked if I had untrimmed fletching, and I said no. I have untrimmed fire making.
Oh, you're
I have a
saying you do the glitch with the fire making cape so that you
Yeah,
can keep it
yeah.
untrimmed. Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
All right, you were blowing my mind for a second. I was really
Wait,
confused.
hold on a minute.
Okay.
Calm down, fucking Houdini.
All
Whatever
right.
the hell you
yeah,
doing?
no. So
Yeah.
so I have a trimmed and untrimmed fire making, and then only a trimmed fletching. cape.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay. Well, that makes
Yeah.
Makes
sense.
sense now.
Well, I'm sorry
Yeah.
that Zalcano, get it? It's like volcano but with a ZA. They're not gonna have any fletching or fire making for you. So
That's okay because I hate both those skills now. So
Oh, okay, good.
I'm
you get 99, you're just too good for them.
yeah. I'm like, you know what? Skill sucks.
Yeah.
And I get
skill.
120.
Yeah, that was easy. Whatever. I'm not touching it again. Yeah, give me a real challenge.
yeah, exactly.
So that's cool. And then there's this thing called the Gauntlet, and that's a timed solo PVM challenge.
Which is another
cool.
RS3 copy and paste,
Oh,
basically.
good.
Really?
It's on RS3 it's called like Morven's Challenge or whatever. It's like a weekly Slayer thing. Like you fight waves of Slayer creatures for like 15 minutes, and the further you get, the better your reward.
Oh.
Same concept, pretty much.
Interesting.
Except this time it's a dangerous death rather than a safe death.
Oh.
So that's their only difference. Like, yeah, if you die, you lose 100k, but same concept exactly as RS3.
Okay, cool.
So basically, the RS3 Prif and Old School Prif are almost identical.
And is there a new Slayer boss coming with that?
Are
they pulling
I don't
it?
think so.
Oh,
I don't think they've discussed one. It might happen though.
Maybe they're like, we just shit the bed when it came to Konar and that entire thing. So let's try that one again. I don't know. Maybe they'll pull it. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, but I'm stoked for the Song of the Elves quest because they said it's a Grandmaster quest, and
You know what that means.
that's gonna be like the most fun we've had since Dragon Slayer 2. So that's gonna be amazing. It's been a while since we've been able to do something with a really hard quest, and you know how I love struggling with those things.
Yeah.
But I'm actually good at the game now, so we'll be good. Yeah.
I mean, that last quest we thought would be Grandmaster was a really big letdown. So
wasn't it
the making friends with my arm.
which one was that? The troll one?
Yeah, the fucking troll one.
I don't even remember it.
When they amped up like a big boss battle and it was like a 2-second fight.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. Oh, that's you're skipping across the pond and shit and like getting to
That shit.
Yeah,
No,
that was
but
stupid.
One thing about Song of the Elves though, real quick, if it's anything like Plague's End, we're gonna have a fucking aneurysm.
I hope we do. I need a challenge.
Because if I recall Plague's End correctly, there was like a bigger light puzzle than Morning's End Part 2.
Mm.
And then
I
with
like
a
that.
boss fight at the end of the end of the puzzle.
Mm.
So it's like you gotta get through the light puzzle and then fight the boss.
I do not want that. No.
Like right away, it's like, oh shit.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
I'm looking forward to it. There's no way it's gonna be a shit quest. There's zero chance they can
No, that's gonna
mess
be
this one
great.
up. So, that'd be cool.
I'm excited for it.
Oh, good. So also in other news, we've got some, I guess, recent. It was more last week, I guess. There was a bunch of ruckus on Twitter about some PvP updates that were, I think they were just being pulled, and it had to do with the entangle, the entangle timers with the spell. There's a bunch of demand. I know Framed was tweeting about it. There's a bunch of demand right now to fix the normal spell book because I mean no one uses
It's
that
shitty.
thing.
That's
No one
true,
uses it. There's not good worth it spells on there. The
Only one
entangle,
is TB.
yeah, the entangle splashes like 90% of the time, and
It's so bad.
it's terrible. So people are really wanting some updates there. They want the timers for making people stand still to be longer. So I don't know. I agree. I think the only people voting no on it are like the people doing the Abyss rune crafting, and I'm like, no, I don't want to get entangled by people.
Don't go in the wildy, bitch.
Yeah, fuck you. You're going to the wildy. Make runes more expensive. Would that not do it? I don't know.
I mean, it might.
We should start an army of just camping all worlds and just murdering the Abyss runners. just buy a bunch of runes. Here's the plan. We buy a bunch of runes, like just stock up like millions. And then we start destroying the Abyss runners and make all the prices go up. Supply and demand, manipulation, and then profit.
Economics 101 right there, baby.
Perfect.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys soon with a video announcing that entire scheme. Really excited. So also PvP updates.
There's one more thing I actually meant to add.
Go ahead.
But well, it's unrelated to the Entangle thing. It's another PvP change I forgot to throw in there. But they talk about taking away the defense requirement on blessed D'hide chaps to give more variety for peers.
Oh.
And yeah, that's been causing a major uproar because I think that's failing currently. And
what do you need? What defense do you need? Do you need 40?
70.
Oh, you need 70 defense for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's basically like black D'hide, but it's chaps, and you don't need a defense level for black chaps.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So it's like, why not just take away the defense requirement from blessed chaps? I think people are bitching because it's a prayer bonus thing, but other than that, it's the exact same defense bonus as black D'hide.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
But it's a bigger risk. Like if you wear those, it's like they're like 1 mil a piece or something like that.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive. So if they take away the defense requirement, that's higher risk for pure fights, which I think would be kind of nice, even though I'm not a pure or anything like that. But still, content.
Content. I need more PK content. I haven't seen enough of it yet. More.
Yeah. We need the PK content.
More
definitely.
PK content. Torfesta and Framed aren't enough. I need to see more of those videos that I've seen 10,000 times. I need more. I need all of it.
Absolutely.
There we go.
So yeah, that's the PK thing that's been going on.
Oh, okay. You know what, Anions? I'm gonna let you take the stage on this next PvP update because clearly I don't understand it.
Which is, I don't see
the boxing one. The
Oh geez. Okay, I don't understand this boxing one either. I don't get it.
Okay,
because I don't PvP.
Okay, I don't either. Let me explain myself because I got absolutely roasted by these two. So
it was funny.
I'm looking at the old school news and I'm looking at things we could talk about, and I see this thing. It says, boxing update. So, and in the picture, I'll even link this. I'll link it. I'll link it in the description. I'll link the exact article that I saw. I'm not a PvP person. I have no idea what they're talking about. They put a picture of two people holding the boxing gloves from the, player-owned portals and the and Diango, and they're like, okay, this new update, after a certain amount of time of boxing each other to protect your main account, someone else can attack you. So I'm thinking, oh, that must be a thing. They use the boxing gloves to make sure no one attacks their fucking main. Is that as stupid as it sounds? Am I dumb?
No, I mean that was a good first, like, I would have probably thought the same thing. Like that's it sounds reasonable. It doesn't sound outrageous. It was just really fun.
I mean, who's the asshole at Jagex was like, you know what we should do? I know this isn't really related to what we're updating here, but let's make two characters holding boxing gloves because it's boxing, And they're like, yeah, dude, that's a meme. We're very culturally aware of memes and internet. Yeah, that's good. Put it in. So then I come in and I see that and I'm like, that must be a method people do. And I don't know. I'm just not educated here, I guess. And that's what I thought it was. I thought people use the boxing gloves. I thought they were a good mechanic to use to protect yourself or something. I don't know. But
it makes
absolutely
sense.
not.
It makes sense.
It was funny. You were pretty adamant about that. You were right about it.
Yeah, I thought I had clear evidence from the most reliable source being Jagex in front of me. And I was like, no, you guys don't get it. Look, I'll link you. And they're like, yeah, that's just them memeing. They're not like, I don't know. I thought I was onto something. I don't know.
It was a good time.
I'm glad you guys are here to,
funny.
I guess, do that. But I guess, people do just kind of box as in like dual arena type boxing, like actually hitting their character. And once the
Escape.
player's under attack, no one else can attack them. And I think they did it actually at the Duel Arena. Do you remember the fuck up I had when I brought 10 million to the GE and I thought I forgot that I was on a PvP world and I just got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, and I lost 10 mil. I saw a bunch of people there doing that. They just attack their mains so no one can come in and attack them, so they could just camp there all day. So I'm glad they implemented that update so that they kind of slow that down, because I know people have been wanting to get rid of that that activity of camping the Duel Arena to try to get schmucks like me who forget they're on PvP worlds and bring their stack. So yeah, that's a. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, why don't they give you a warning to go to Duel Arena, like on the ring, like you're going to the Duel Arena. You sure you want to do this? You're on a PvP world. Why don't they do that?
I don't know. That's a good. That's a good question.
That's actually a good question.
Am I onto something? Why is this
not kind of obvious? Yeah, they should do that.
Why? What's so wrong with that? Like, are you sure? I mean, you're on a PvP world. Would that hurt anybody? Like,
no,
all right,
make
me a fucking dev. I don't care.
Like, make it a toggleable warning kind of thing.
Yeah, toggleable warning. That's what I need. And it can only, maybe only for the Duel Arena. That's like the only one you need, really, because where else are people teleporting with max amounts of cash? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a genius. Do it. Listen to me.
You are a genius.
I know. Seriously, take me serious. I know what I'm talking about now. I do nothing except for read the RuneScape wiki. I know everything about the game now, so credible. So
absolutely.
I guess we could segue into our next little discussion here. Right before we started this, we kind of got talking about some nostalgic aspects of
excited
RuneScape.
About this.
Yeah. Yes. So as we know, there was a time when all of us would be sitting at home on our laptops that were had a storage of about 56 megabytes. I think that might have. I don't know. And we get on YouTube, and then we log on, and we see that what's a good metal band that everyone used to do?
Skillet.
Oh, it's definitely Skillet.
Limp Bizkit and Skillet, and
yep.
And all of them would be uploaded, and you'd see it pop up on YouTube of RSMV, and you would shit your little 7-year-old pants. You'd be like, "Oh my god, that's my favorite song, and that's my favorite game," and they're singing the lyrics with their RuneScape. This is amazing. And we'd click on it, and we'd eat that shit up, man. If you made a RuneScape music video back in, 2006, 2007, you were a god. You were worshipped. You had... People couldn't get into your clan chat if you were uploading RuneScape music videos, and it is an art form that understandably died because we aren't 10 years old anymore, and that's not very appealing. But it was a great time to be alive. So I want to talk about that. What are some videos that kind of pop up in your guys' head when you think of those old RuneScape music videos?
There's two.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Anions.
Okay. First off, dude, the RSMV whole movement was just taken over. It was everywhere. You just search up RuneScape and boom, there's a list of. It was amazing, and I think they should bring it back because those were the best. But the first person that kind of pops in my head when I hear the term RSMV, I always think of this YouTube channel. This girl that I used to watch. Her name was CherryBomb04. Mm-hmm. She literally made just her editing, in today's standards of editing, it's still really good, but it's not amazing like what people do now. But especially then, the editing was beyond its time, just at the top of the totem pole of editing. It was amazing. But I always think of this one RSMV that she made. It was a song by Sum 41 called I think it was called Without Me. Pretty sure that's the name of the song. I could be wrong. But that was literally I was blown away. I would rewatch it 10 times. I still watch it to this day. I watched it last week.
It's my alarm clock when I wake up.
Literally, I'm okay, I need my daily dose of Cherry Bomb. Where's that Sum 41? It's so great. I don't know. That's the one person I think of. I just can't stop watching her RSMVs. Even if I don't like the song or I don't even know it, I watch it because I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's there's some very memorable ones out there. Like I don't think I ever watched those ones. I'm sure they're probably all still up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're still
yeah.
up for sure.
If they're not already completely copyrighted by YouTube, who's like, we need to copyright this from 2006. This is bullshit. How did this get past our systems? I don't know. Yeah, there's a ton of them that don't even exist anymore because of that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah.
Hellwind, what about you?
There's two of them that came to my mind. Two names and two videos in particular. One by each of these people. Hollywood RSMV by Plastic Funnel was always like, even watching it to this day, I hate to admit it, but I actually tear up a few times watching because it's just like, it's from like 2009, which was my favorite time in RuneScape.
You're such a pussy.
Okay, thank you. And then Animal I Become, that Lucky Bucket did.
Oh yeah,
back
Lucky
in 2006.
Oh.
Yeah.
With like Arims being like the animal, like it was just so stupid to watch, but I love it. I could sit here and ramble all day about this. Like we already talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
had to warn Hellwind to not.
I could talk for like hours about RSMVs back in the day.
I mean,
there's still one of them on my channel that I made like 5 years ago, and it's so bad.
Oh yeah, tried to bring it back.
I tried and I failed horribly, but you know.
I think that we need to come together and bring RSMVs back,
and then get copyright striked, and then we'll be set.
Demonetized right away.
So I think the most iconic one, you guys know it. You guys, I don't even have to tell you what the most iconic RuneScape music video is. Do you know it?
Okay.
I might.
What's your guess?
Ooh. Oh jeez. Is it like a Linkin Park song or something?
No. Not even close.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right.
It's like a Whispers in the Dark by Skillet.
No. Come on.
No.
It's got like million, like at least like a million views. I'm pretty sure.
Oh jeez.
Frontline Pillar, Three Addicted Brothers.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you how many fucking views this has, and just to give you a, it's got 2 million views. It's got 2 million views. Yes,
for an RSMV.
This is not a joke. This is the most iconic RuneScape music video.
Would you just search RSMV on
YouTube? No.
I'm
just searching RSMV.
I think I found it.
Oh, what do you think?
Blow Me Away.
Blow Me Away.
No, it's not even that one. It has
2.4 million views.
Hold on, let me click on this one and see what. Okay, that one might have more than this one. But anyway, listen to this. Mr. Roboto by Dark Arm 3. That in my opinion is the best one.
Oh,
like that is what I think immediately.
Dude,
when
I just searched RSMV, now I'm having like a nostalgia.
I know.
Oh yeah,
I'm seeing all these ones. Yeah.
Oh, half of the listeners are just gonna like exit out at this point and go on like a nostalgic trip for like 6 hours through all this shit.
Holy shit.
That one, I don't even think the original audio is up on the Mr. Roboto one.
It's quite not.
That's like what I think of when someone says RSMV, that's the first thing that pops in my mind. And then
you know what? Go ahead.
The RuneScape music video genius, who was like an artist that we still to this day, like I don't think we've seen another one with his type of artistic value. The Box Noob. I don't know if you guys ever saw those, but they were so trippy. Like there was nothing like it. Like his editing skills were unmatched in the world of video making at the time.
Exactly. I know they were above its time.
Yeah, and when you saw this, because I know he like helped out to Noob Show with a few things, and that's how people started figuring him out. And he would do this glitch with the box, like the old box glitch, and he'd walk around like that. And he made like the most elaborate green screen keyframe bullshit. Like
chroma key.
Yeah, dude,
that's hard, man.
It was insane, and it was just trippy. Like there was like this dude was obviously going through some real mental breakdowns in real life, and he was expressing himself through RuneScape music videos. Like this dude is just unmatched still to this day. So he was incredible too. But
there was one more I just thought of that kind of just crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember So Solid 2K? I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
He made an RSMV for a song called Allegiance by a band called Firewind, and my God, it's like the most simplistic editing in the world. Like
Yeah.
it's not really spamming effects or anything like that, but it just
Mm-hmm.
whenever I think about that video, I'm like, my god, dude, like that was like prime days of RuneScape right there.
Yeah.
Like 2010 era. It was fantastic.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There was so many RuneScape music videos being made in that time. You could look up, like, if you had a favorite song that came out like a week ago, you could look up that song, RuneScape music video, and you could listen to it that way rather than like the real music video. Like,
Exactly.
like people
'Cause
were
the
on
RSMV was
top of it.
better.
Yeah. There was him. You know what's funny? There's a guy named Kemdo, and he made like the Harry Potter rap music video.
Okay.
And he was like my inspiration. I actually ended up in my gambling days of RuneScape 3 in like
Wasn't
2000.
that your name?
That was my name, K3MDO, and it was from him because I loved his shitty music videos back in the day. Like you go
Wow.
watch them now, you're like, what is this?
What the hell is this shit?
Yeah, but obviously at the time it was incredible. But then also on the same kind of subject, there's also the RuneScape like songs that people would make, and then the karaoke's and they'd make lyrics, like they do parody songs of things. And the one guy that stuck out was Gizzy Gaza talked about him when he was on. He was roommates with him at RuneFest. Was drummer guy 59. I think his name is Robs now, ROBZ, and he made the God Sword song. He made that one, and that was like iconic. Like, this dude was just busting out parody songs left and right for like a span of like a month, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know, he was killing the game. But those are definitely some of my favorites of actually writing your own lyrics and putting that kind of effort in.
Oh yeah, they're great. There's a lot of amazing RuneScape parodies out there. You know, like Hellwind's mom. You know, that's a great RuneScape parody.
You were just a terrible terrible person.
So I need to drop an RSMV for that one pretty soon.
Here's a real question: If there's a RuneScape music video and it doesn't have unregistered Hypercam 2 in the corner, is it actually a RuneScape music video?
That's a solid point.
Okay, I was literally just about to want to discuss for a little bit like the point of how they were edited.
Yeah.
And like just how it looked. It always started out with that blue screen, right? And it had like the white text, and it was always in a 4:3 aspect ratio.
Yep.
And then it had the Hypercam in the corner. That's how you
It's beautiful. Wasn't that that was Windows Movie Maker, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I think after that, people just kind of discovered Sony Vegas and they started editing on that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but those really old ones, man, and it's nostalgic trip.
You see that 240p like
yeah.
little blue box from saying song by whatever, you know you're about to buckle your fucking seatbelt because you're in for a ride.
Yeah.
You know what the most heartbreaking feeling is when you went to a RuneScape music video like that, and instead of the song playing, you start hearing that like 008 Dreamscape, like like that fucking song.
Her Bodies by Drowning Pool.
Yeah, let the bodies hit the floor. Dude,
there's so many songs that they would use, like Finger 11. They use that song Paralyzed.
Oh yeah,
every time
or,
with the blue
Bring Me to
screen.
Life, Evanescence.
Yeah.
Every time,
dude. It was like the 4 songs that were tolerable out of the 3,000.
There's one more that it was
my
Hey There Delilah by Plain White Tees.
Wait, that was
and
they changed it to that one?
Yeah.
They'd have the blue. They'd have the blue screen, and then it would fade in the white text, and they would start playing "Hey There, Delilah."
Oh my god!
Every time in a 4:3 aspect ratio. There'd be
Oh my
letterboxes.
god! I didn't know "Hey There, Delilah" was a part of that.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yes.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
And then sometimes, like in them, when they're trying to type out the words, like the lyrics, like and the singer would sing it, the lyrics would pop up on screen too late. Like it wouldn't be timed. It wouldn't be matched up, right?
Yeah.
So it just made it even
None of it
better.
would sync up.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
It was
Their
so
emotes
bad.
would be off. They tried to do like the jig, and it just wouldn't match up.
The jig.
It was like perfect.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Dude,
I'm
that's
crying.
classic. That's
And they'd always have
classic.
the blue screen credits, like everything.
Oh man! Dude, yeah, that was just absolutely heartbreaking when that shit would pop up and you're like, well, this just ruined my whole day. Oh,
That's
God.
what I'm saying, dude. We need to bring them back, and we need to edit them the way they were edited back then.
Yeah, we need to
Yes,
include it.
Just for the meme.
Just total authentic style and
Yeah.
format, just to
Has to be.
really bring people back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow, that's good stuff.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't laughed that hard in a fucking minute. That's
Yeah,
goddamn
dude, that was
weird.
good.
God,
It
dude.
was that was a good laugh. That was a good goof.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now that we have some pee to kind of clean up in our pants,
Oh yeah.
we'll try to go on to the next thing, keep it moving. We want to start a segment here. We haven't figured out a name for it yet, but we want to do it anyway. Basically, we want to have a little section here where you guys can ask us questions. They can be any questions, preferably not yes or no. I mean, we're not going to talk about them if it's just a yeah, and then we're done on to the next one. We want to have like actual discussions about some questions you guys have. They could be RuneScape related, they could be life related. We don't care. But it'd just be a good, time to discuss different things, and it'll be a good old time. So anything you guys got, you can either comment your question below if it's YouTube, or you can come in my Discord. We just made a text channel for it. So, obviously we're not going to answer anything stupid and, trolly. So you can ask it to give yourself a pat on the back or something. But, obviously we're not going to touch it after that. So we're going to go right into it. These questions all came from my Discord, and if you're not in there, link below, by the way. Great time. This one was asked, the first question, he goes by the name of James. He asks, what is the most unappreciated part/content of RuneScape? Which is a really good question. What do you guys got?
That is a really good question. The most underappreciated part.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much in the game. I mean...
oh man, that's a tough one actually.
I know.
So tough.
I think you know what is funny? Just a quick little plug here. I think Settled has really brought out Mauritania a lot. Because
that's
true. Oh,
honestly,
for sure.
I feel like the majority of players, for some reason, they will not go to Mauritania unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah,
I'm one of those.
And yeah, I don't like it because I think the third grader in me still kind of pees himself every time he's got to go to that spooky town, and thinking about those leeches that grab onto your face or whatever in the swamp. So when he went there, I think he really started delving into the monsters that didn't even have records of drop tables and all this shit. And there's so much that no one even touches except for him on his Ultimate Iron Man. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Mauritania is very underappreciated.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Yeah, you got a point there.
That is a good point. How people don't really want to go there, but he's kind of making people realize kind of how cool Mauritania is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's definitely bringing that to light, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
that was a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot there I didn't even know it fucking existed until I started watching
Yeah.
these videos. I was like, oh, that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah. The people that developed Mauritania, all that shit. I don't know how old all that stuff is. I don't know how many
fucking
updates. Yeah, I'm sure all the people that developed that in the first place were like, well, I guess no one's ever gonna see what we made, and then now in 2019, it's finally getting discovered by Settled. So, I think that's my answer. I think I'll go with Mauritania there.
And that's just a very interesting place to choose to do that kind of challenge.
Oh
which
yeah,
I-
that would. If someone told me I had to do that, I'd tell him to go fuck himself. I'm not
exactly.
doing that. Yeah.
That was such an interesting choice on his
Mhm.
part.
I'm trying to think if there's any other places that are just kind of just forgotten. But-
Korend. That place is forgotten. That's
I don't know about that one. I mean, that's kind of my favorite place to go right now.
I guess with Kebos, it's gotten better. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of something that we never look
I
at.
mean, you never. Yeah, I don't even think about going to.
I don't know.
Maybe
I will-
Sophanum.
Yeah, is there anything
But-
to do there?
I mean, Pyramid Pointer. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mauritania is the number one
That's
answer
just
here.
dead
So,
content place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. This question's by Scythe VX. Yeah. So by Scythe VX, he asks, "What is your biggest regret?"
Biggest regret.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a deep one.
Yeah.
I need to go into my memory bank.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
a deep one.
kick it off. It's pretty
Okay.
funny. I don't know if this is my biggest regret, but a regret nonetheless. Last year, so the fall and the spring semesters, it would be my sophomore year in college. I took a screenwriting class, screenwriting 1. Obviously, I write things. Who cares? And the professor, I'm not going to drop his name. He's a really cool guy. He's a dope ass dude. And he taught us a lot. I love the class. But like about a quarter way in, the entire format of the class was, I'm going to pick 3 people to bring in some like scripts, like little beats of their script, and we're going to like read it in class and analyze it together. So there was a lot of like really stupid scripts that came across like every day that was just like, I'm going to do literally anything else but listen to this. And a lot of times I like zoned out and didn't really listen to what he was saying because I was so out of it and I didn't really give a shit about these people's shitty scripts that really sucked. And so he gave a lot of advice that I didn't really like kind of let sink in. And then I took another semester with him with the intermediate screenwriting. And it was pretty much the same concept. He went into some deeper stuff, and that was that. So I had a full year with this guy. And so afterwards, I was like, I really didn't get a lot out of that. Like, I wonder if that's going to, come back to me at all. Sure enough, about a month ago, my fucking professor in screenwriting just got nominated for a fucking Oscar. And this guy is incredible. So we don't think he's going to win because he's up against some pretty intense competition. But nonetheless, he was nominated, him personally, for an Oscar. So, like, that's incredible.
That is incredible.
The movie is Black Klansman. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Not a big deal.
I have heard of that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, who cares, right? Big deal. Yeah, he co-wrote it with Spike Lee, and
interesting.
Yeah, that was actually it was a few. He's worked on a few projects with him, and it was so funny because there'd be times he'd come in and be like, "Oh yeah, I just got off the phone with Jordan Peele. We were just talking about Get Out for a little bit." I was like, what? I was like,
whoa, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
He
okay,
just
whatever.
blows past it.
Yeah, so I guess a big regret of mine is not really letting that dude's lectures sink in. I'm like paying for college and not really like I AFK'd a lot of RuneScape during that class and Nightmare Zone and shit when I should have been kind of giving my more attention there. But I did get a lot out of it, but I regret going not getting as much out of it as I could have from Oscar nominee. So yeah.
I thought of one.
Okay.
Probably going to college for something I didn't even fucking like.
That'll do it.
I went to school. Well, here's the thing. When I graduated high school, I needed to find something to do. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to go to, working or what I wanted to do with my life. So I wanted to get into game development. Like, that was my dream job was, to get into like game designing and whatnot. So I went to a ITT. I'll admit I went to ITT. I don't give a shit. I mean, they're closed now.
Yeah.
That's another story. But so I go up there and they're like, "Yeah, we don't offer that. We offer like other computer related classes." And I'm like, "Well, what do you have?" And they mentioned drafting. And I thought, well, I mean, I was kind of raised around construction. Like my dad, he kind of did a bunch of construction stuff, so I was kind of raised in that kind of field, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I guess maybe I should try it. I went to school for 3 years in this field. Didn't really care much for it in the first place. And got a job in said field. Fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And it led to like the most depressing moment of my life, which I'm not gonna get into, but it was just probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
and
college.
I still regret it to this day.
Yeah, college in itself is just terrifying. It's a whole discussion for another time, but it's pretty shitty that we kind of have to pick something pretty quick, and if we don't get a degree, it's pretty hard to find a job. So pretty shitty. Anions, what about you? You got a regret?
Yeah, I thought of one. I would probably say my biggest regret would be, because what I do as like my main hobby, like my true passion is photography and videography and video editing and stuff like that. And there was a time where I was doing photo and video for like music festivals and like local like dance clubs for DJs and stuff like that. I was doing that for a period of time, and then I kind of just like, not that I just dropped it all and just gave up on it. I kind of got sidetracked with other things, and I never really came back to it. And I could have had a lot of opportunities thrown my way. I got to meet a lot of cool people through that kind of business, but I kind of wish I had stuck with it, and because that's like what I want to do. So I wish I had stuck with it, which I'm starting to get back into it now. Doing that again, which I'm very happy about that I was able to do that. So I'm kind of redeeming that, but I don't know. I kind of wish I had done it sooner. Is what I think I would say about that, because I had a lot of fun, met a lot of cool people, met a lot of cool musicians and artists and stuff like that. So
yeah,
but I'm working on that now as my hobby again. So yeah.
Luckily, in our generation, like this whole generation of YouTube and just the different types of media, it's like the best time to get into it anyway. So
sure,
there's opportunities left and right now, so it's pretty fucking dope. You can't knock the arts anymore.
Exactly. It's just cool to be around a bunch of people that like to create things, like whether they don't like create like editing photos or video, they create music. Like no matter whatever you create, even if you don't create the same thing, it's cool to be around those type of people because they understand, and you can like just build off those people and work with them and collaborate, and it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's a dope industry. So on to the next question. Dex asked, choose between warding and sailing, and why? Well, going back to the RuneScape question here. So obviously warding was proposed, and sailing's been an ongoing RuneScape joke for as long as I can remember.
Very long time.
I'm going to go with, as much as I want to say sailing, especially since I put it in my Karen video, I gotta say warding, only for the fact that I want to put fucking hoods next to my robes, because that was the one thing that really pushed me in that direction, is getting hoods for all the magic robes, because I've always wanted that since I was a kid.
That's funny because I am a sucker for hoods too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that. From when I started playing RuneScape, I saw some of the skill cape and a hood. I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
Because like the hoods just look cool. So I don't know. Like I want to say sailing, but if you really think about it, like it'd be funny for the meme, but it would just be a waste when they can actually like implement a very creative, like useful skill. Because if you think about it, sailing, what the hell would you?
Yeah.
I customize my boat and I go sailing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Not much more.
But like when warding first came out, I was very excited but announced. I was very excited because I'm like, oh, sweet, like a new skill. Like, I want to read up on it. Like, what's this about? And I thought it sounded really cool. I'm still not. I don't know. Like, I'm 50-50, but I'm still kind of leaning towards. I think it might be pretty cool. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I just want hoods. That's it. About you,
yeah,
Alan?
but now that you say the hood thing, that's kind of pushing me more towards warding.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
You're kind of persuading me to cast my vote.
I make a great point. Yeah.
That was a great point.
People love hoods.
I don't know though.
They think about the hoods, Hellwind.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Warding is just a bootleg invention.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's bootleg invention from RS3. Like back to the copy and paste shit.
Yeah.
Like the way that they announced it, they're like, you can break down your current items and get resources out of it. They said the same fucking thing about invention, but like 95% of the items you break down were fucking useless.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
So
of that.
like it sounds like a knocked off invention with a different name to me.
Okay.
So
you make
I'm
a
already
great
bored of
point.
that skill because I got 120 in it, and I'm just like, it's just a really shitty skill to begin with.
Max Cape tattoo flex.
Yeah, real quickly flexing, the whole completion, well, not completionist, but
Yeah.
fully maxed on RS3 over here.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah.
I'm already maxing on old school. Like fuck, dude. So see,
Right.
the thing about sailing is it's something completely different from
That's true.
what they're like. You know what they've said about it before, like as just a joke. But it's something completely unique that hasn't been done yet. So it'd be completely unique to old school itself. So that's
Yeah.
my more leaning towards sailing over warding. Because I'd rather have something that's completely different, unique to old school,
Yeah.
and not just a rehashed invention.
I guess. Yeah.
So that's where I stand on. I'd rather have sailing than warding, honestly.
Fair
Dude,
enough.
I can just picture it now. Like, could you imagine like how funny it would be? Like you're in your boat and you're just sailing around, and then like you pass like other players sailing. You're like talking to each other. Like, why are you sailing? And like how
You
cool
just shoot
would
someone with a cannon.
exactly. Like I'm gonna put
That's a
cannons on my
PvP
boat
zone.
and just like paint your boat different colors and the sails, and like you can like hire crew members. Like I think that'd be actually
See,
kind of
sailing would be a perfect mini game where you can like progress your boat
Yes.
and shit. That would be good. That'd
Exactly.
be cool.
You know what? Actually, hang on. I take back my argument about it being something unique, because that actually exists in RS3.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Player own ports.
Oh
It's the
fuck.
same.
Oh come on!
It's
What?
literally
You-
sailing.
What? Do you just own like a port with a bunch of boats, and you're like, here,
you
rent
own a
out my boat
port
for the day?
With 4 boats, you have your own crew. There's like
Oh
a
my
unique
God.
currency called chimes. You can find islands, like uncharted islands, and claim them as your own.
You
So
just
it's basically like
So both
What
of them
the
are
heck?
rehashed from RS3.
so you just fucking set up an auto chat outside your boat port. Be like,
Yeah.
taking tours off of Crandor Island.
what the heck?
1 mil an hour and take you on a little ride. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh
What
god.
is this?
Anyways,
Oh.
hoods. That's
Yeah.
got me. I'm sold.
That
Put
that's a
it
good
in, or you could just, I don't know, put in hoods in the game.
Yeah,
That's-
just give us fucking.
Yeah, why don't they do
Mystic
that?
Hood and shit like that.
That was like, I feel like that was their incentive. Like, all right, guys, I don't know how the community is gonna react to this. Like, wait a second, let's put something that people really want in there, and then maybe it'll push them that direction because it worked for me. But maybe just give us fucking hoods. I don't know.
That's one thing you put in a medieval time game.
People wore
is
hoods.
Hoods.
People wore hoods. People killed things. They didn't want to be seen. They wore hoods.
Exactly. They didn't want anyone to recognize them.
Yeah, I don't want to be
Alright.
recognized. I'm famous.
There's also
okay.
one more thing that pissed me off though about warding.
What?
They said they're gonna take away our item imbues.
Huh?
And yeah,
Well,
they're
I
gonna
don't have anything imbued.
like our ring imbues from like Nightmare Zone.
Oh.
Like they're like, yeah, you have to re-get those through warding instead.
Oh yeah. No.
So they're just gonna take them away
That's
from us.
kinda
I'm
dumb.
like, that's kind of a fucking dick move.
Yeah, I don't agree. Yeah. Anyways.
This is pretty
I
dumb,
want to
man.
talk those Nightmare Zone points. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we'll go on to the next question.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm Sofa. Good guard, by the way. He asks a question: favorite RS3 quest or minigame that you'd like to see added to old school RuneScape?
Oh yes.
I don't
Yes.
know.
I can think of let's see, 2 quests for sure.
Which ones?
Okay.
While Gothic Sleeps,
Okay.
Ooh, yes.
Control the Majorat. My 2 favorite quests. And
Done neither of those.
all right, these are RS2 quests, so pre-EOC.
That was pretty
But-
bad.
Oh god, they were the most amazing quests, honestly, because both of them involve the Stone of Jas, and when you touch this stone, like your damage is like incredibly increased. So you just like hit these giant ass hits left and right, and it was just, I don't know, it was like fun to have like claw specs hitting like massive numbers on the fucking boss fights.
Jesus, you just
It was
get your power bar or whatever they got in there. You just fucking slicing and dicing and pressing
Oh,
1, 7, and 4 at the same time and just.
It was pre-EOC. What the hell you mean?
Oh, just kidding.
Oh, sorry. I take that back.
Sorry, I just
take
really
that
hate
back. Yeah,
RuneScape
it was-
3.
No,
Keep
It was
going.
pre-EOC.
No.
But it was around the time chaotic weapons came out. So you had like chaotic rapiers and stuff poking at these boss fights, hitting like big ass numbers. It was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
So I'd like to have those quests come to old school. Probably not in the same OP fashion, because While Gothic Sleeps gave you a dragon metal lump,
That's
which was
right.
like 4 mil at the time because it made the dragon plate body.
Hmm.
So they gave, like, completing the quest gave you like 4 mil cash.
Jesus.
which was like a pretty nice quest reward if you ask me.
I guess,
It was like 4 100k XP lamps.
Yeah,
Wow.
wasn't that like the longest quest at the time?
At the
Like,
time,
hard-
yeah, it was,
yeah.
and it was absolutely amazing.
I remember
But-
watching a lot of videos on it, even though I
it was
never
so
did
fun.
it. But yeah,
But in terms of like mini games, Soul Wars and Stealing Creation,
Yes.
absolutely hands down.
You know what
That's
I
it.
want that
Yes.
that neither RuneScape 3 or Old School has acknowledged?
okay.
What?
Those little fucks in Goblin Village, like the next to Sears Village. You know what I'm or not Sears. What's it called? Taverley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those guys. What are they up to? Do we
You got a
care?
point
I
there.
care. I care a lot about those
I
guys.
mean, the last time they were seen was RFD.
Yeah, and that was like in what, 2004, 2005?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we need to
Huh.
we need to get
What
some
were they
questioning.
named? Like Bent Nose and something else or something like that.
Wart face? I don't know.
Yeah, word
Wart
face.
Face and
Yeah.
Bent Nose, I think it was.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
get to the bottom of those.
We need to follow
assholes.
up on them.
Yeah. But I think for minigame Soul Wars, we need it. I think that was cool. I don't remember how it worked or anything, but I do remember it was very helpful. Or Stealing Creation, that was pretty sick.
That was cool.
Yeah, I like those.
They were fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
But the thing about Soul Wars is it relied on summoning as well as a Slayer. So maybe take away the summoning aspect and just have the Slayer aspect, and there you go.
Yeah, sure. Why
But-
not?
It was fun. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah. Put it in. So final question here, and that kind of relates back into what we were talking about at the beginning with the elves. Snowy Blue asked us, what parts of RuneScape 3 Prif would we want to see in old school RuneScape Prif, and what parts would you absolutely not want to cross over? Now, again, me and Anions blow at the game.
Yeah.
So we don't really know much about it. I will tell you, though, every time I've seen a picture of Prif, I do see a girl character with very exaggerated pixel boobs, and I would honestly not mind
Really?
those being crossed over into the old school RuneScape, but that's just my 2 cents. But Hellwind, go ahead and elaborate on Prif and what you want to see in there.
Okay, I made a quick little list of 3 things I'd like to see carry over and 3 things that should stay the fuck away from old school.
Prif tattoo coming soon. Go ahead.
So anyway, all right, I'll go ahead and dive into the 3 things that I think should carry over.
Okay.
All right, for one, I do see there's an agility icon for old school Prif. So I don't know if that's exactly Heffen agility or not. Heffen agility is like another agility course. The RS3 one's a little OP because you only click one spot on your screen and it does the whole course for you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
So maybe don't have the same fucking hitbox in the middle of your fucking screen. But it's a cool agility course nonetheless because you jump around the entire, like, the towers and stuff. It's a cool little, like, it's like rooftop agility, but, you know,
Okay.
not
that's
rooftop. So it's a new agility course. I think it'd be kind of cool for, like, I think it's 80 agility.
Oh well.
So, you know, high tier agility
Well,
course, you know,
that's
why
cool.
not?
Oh, I'm not gonna be doing that one.
But,
yeah.
oh, So I'd like to see that maybe. Then waterfall fishing is another. It's like AFK fishing. You know, like fishing's always AFK anyways. But you catch urchins. I don't know if they want to carry this over, but you catch urchins and you can turn these urchins in for like XP lamps. I don't think that part should pass, but you know, a new fishing method. You know, catch urchins. Maybe a new Caramboln spot. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, they're kind of neat. And this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I think maybe the max guild should come over.
The Max Guild.
Yes, which is exactly what you think it is. It's a guild for if you have a max cape.
Oh, really? Wow.
You teleport there with a max cape.
Oh.
The one on RS3 has a bank, a Grand Exchange, a boss portal,
What?
and a bonfire. And
Their
an
very
altar
own
that
Grand Exchange.
restores all your stats.
Oh, we need bonfires.
But the one if they were to add a max skill to old school, I'd say maybe just have the bank, the stat restore altar, and maybe the banners for all skill capes. Like, you know, you have banners surrounding it like the RS3 variant has with all the 99s you have.
So you really
So I think
like
it'd be kind of
you like the aesthetics. You're a big
yeah. It's just like a nice aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's nothing too broken. It's just a nice place to show your accomplishments off.
You just teleport there immediately. It's like you have an instant release Viagra. You're just like, wow, I did this. Look at me. Look at me go. I've done all of these banners. Wow.
Yes, exactly. It's just a beautiful aesthetic.
Easy game.
But so all right, that's the three things I think should carry over, just because they're not really too broken. Why not?
Mhm.
Now these should stay the fuck away from old school, because
Okay.
these exist currently in RS3 and they are disgusting. There is a AFK feeding method.
What?
You heard that correctly. You click on an elf. There's 8 clans across Priv, and you move from clan to clan, pickpocketing them. You click on one elf and AFK it until they catch you. It could be like 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes before they catch you. Constant 200 XP drops,
What?
and you have 3 chances per clan, and then you're in like a 20-minute cooldown, so you go on to the next clan, and so forth. And I tested this one day when it came out, and I was getting like 400k thieving XP an hour. So that was a little bit broken.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh
kind of
my
nice,
God.
And
actually.
it's
I'm not
still in the
opposed
game
to
to
it.
this day, so that still exists.
I wouldn't mind getting a thieving cape. Fuck.
I like it.
Then in the Treharn district, is one of the clans, there is a AFK mining spot where you mine corrupt ores, which are stackable.
Oh.
So stackable mining, and it's AFK as shit because you can stay at 1 stone for I think half an hour before it depletes,
Oh my god.
and it's like 400 XP per ore you mine.
What?
Yeah.
Please
corrupt-
and thank you.
And then third, it correlates to the mining, but it's called it's not called anything. It's fucking smithing. But you smith the corrupt ores that you mined, and like keep in mind, I said they're stackable ores.
I think
can
we
stand
should
up-
flip your
can
list. I think
stand at the
everything
first-
you've
Yeah,
said.
I think everything you just said, I've been dying for those skill capes. I'll take them.
Granted,
See?
we like things to come easy to us, and we're very entitled. But
Yeah.
I, you know what? Give me that shit, man. I got stuff to
Well,
do.
you know what? No, you can do. You can download the RS right now.
Oh, I could go on RS3 right now.
Yeah, you can go to RS3 right now, do the Plague's End quest, and you have access to all these features.
Oh,
Right
you know,
now.
yeah. I also have access to staring at pixel tits all day, so that's actually
exactly.
That
That's
sounds
a
like
plus.
a good little handoff. You know what?
You know what? Let's all quit old school right now and go back to RS3.
Yeah, selling RuneScape account. PM me.
So
Going to
Yeah.
going to RuneScape 3. That's a joke. I'm not selling accounts. Don't sell accounts. They'll get recovered, and you'll cry about it on Reddit. So yeah, no.
So-
I think that sounds pretty cool.
yeah, bring the broken methods to old school.
Yes, EasyScape. Make it great again. We need
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Oh.
But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on things that should and shouldn't be in Priv.
Okay.
Because corrupt ores, they're broken as shit.
Yeah, they sound really satisfying, actually. I have to
Sounds-
humbly disagree. Make everything way too easy because I'm a lazy piece of shit and arthritis.
Oh,
so,
you know what they could do actually?
What?
This is unrelated to everything,
Okay.
but there was one year in summer they gave everyone, I think it was a 1 million XP lamp.
Oh,
What?
yeah, I really like that.
Do,
Yeah,
do
keep
you
going.
remember that?
Where's
No.
my XP lamp for one?
Oh, I can't remember how many years ago this was, but they were like, yeah, so just to celebrate the summer, here's a fucking million XP and a skill of your choice.
For the summer. Hey, it's summer. Here's the million XP.
That-
Here's a million
could you-
XP, have fun.
Did you have to use it on a skill you've already gotten XP in?
You can use it on any skill.
So you could get from 1 to like 72 or 73 with that one man?
In one
Wow.
click.
Wow.
It was the most broken fucking thing.
That
I was
is
like,
dumb.
I used it on summoning, of course, 'cause that skill is expensive as shit.
Yeah, summoning sucks. I
But,
do like the giant steel titan that runs around.
Oh yeah,
That's where
gotta,
the,
gotta love Charles.
The Charles. That guy. Yeah, I like that guy.
That's
He's my pet.
Yeah.
Now that you were talking about summoning, I was actually going to mention like a quick question, maybe two. What if you had to choose a skill from RS3 that you actually liked, come over to OSRS, what would it be?
Summoning.
Yeah, summoning. I like.
Absolutely summoning.
I actually didn't mind summoning.
I love it.
In the sense I liked collecting charms because I
Mhm.
just felt really nice when I got them as a drop.
Oh, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's some useful monsters, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I just
there were. Yeah.
I would want to keep the 126 combat though. I don't think it
Yeah.
should affect
Yeah.
your combat level at
No,
all.
No,
yeah.
it shouldn't affect combat at all.
126 combat's very nostalgic.
Yeah, it makes me feel good about playing the game I play.
Man, I'm
Also-
just having a pack yak now.
Also, I want to bring this up as like our last little thing here. I quote retweeted this this girl who just, first of all, fuck her, because she is bothering Mod Ash on Twitter by ranting with her little entitled ass fucking
I think I know what you're talking
thing.
about.
I think I saw this.
I guarantee if you've seen my Twitter, I caused a ruckus with my quote retweet of it. Follow my Twitter, by the way, link in the description. And really need those followers. Gets me a very happy boy. But she was just going off on Mod Ash about how like this isn't old school RuneScape. Like, put in the old school. Like, this is old school. You guys are making shitty updates with areas and all this bullshit. Like, next update's gonna be EOC. And Mod Ash is like, yeah, no, it's just not it. Like, I mean,
That's just not happening.
yeah, no. It's like, and so the point I said, what I said was, if we were in the day of release, old school, like in 2013, and it was out, and they made no updates, there would be maximum
no one.
100 players, 100 active players.
That's true.
Because keep in mind, the Grand Exchange didn't exist.
Yeah.
The game was broken in so many different ways that it's not even comprehensible. Back in 2007, we just didn't know it.
Exactly.
What else would you do? People would be done. People would be done with the game so fast if they didn't have a development team working on it. It would be dead by now. So
It's true.
basically, my conclusion here is fuck you, whoever you are that I quote retweeted.
Fuck yourself.
And
I'm looking at it right
shame on you for bothering Mod Ash, one of the best game developer community persons in the whole fucking world, on Twitter. So maybe reevaluate yourself a little bit here. So there's my rant. Fuck you.
Yeah,
that was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. After
Yeah.
Mod Ash replied, she's like, do you really not see the problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how the game is moving towards RS3 with all this new content? I mean, seriously.
He's just sitting back with a fat paycheck with like more active players than ever.
just drinking out of his mug and
He's
everything.
like, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, it's dying,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. But anyways, you got anything else, guys, you want to bring up before we wrap it up here?
I think I'm solid here.
I am.
Anions?
I'm pretty good. I think we covered a lot of good topics and we had some good discussions.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing good.
I think so. Yeah, really want some 400k XP an hour methods coming up soon. So hope
Yes,
you
I want that.
hope you
I
hear
can go
this.
for that thieving cape. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like that. I like purple.
Yeah, purple is nice.
So anyway, yeah, that's about all we got for you. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you're still here, there's probably like 2 of you by now. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again. Check out the link below for Discord and my Twitter and Anions YouTube and Twitter and Hellwind's YouTube and Twitter. But if you go to Hellwind stuff, you're gonna be really scared and mortified. That's just a trigger warning.
Yeah.
It's 2019. We have to start giving trigger warnings about
No, you're
Hellwind's
right.
stuff. Yeah. But go visit that stuff. I like to post on Twitter, so really would make me really happy if you just clicked on that and made an account if you don't have one for some reason. I don't know who doesn't have a Twitter nowadays, but make one and follow me and only follow me.
Wow.
So there you go.
Yeah. Wow.
You guys like that speech? Was that arrogant? Was that too arrogant?
it was only about you.
Smork.
Yeah, that's what I need. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anions, also thank you for coming on. We're hoping to get you on here
Yeah.
pretty often.
Hey.
Yeah,
Definitely, man. Thank you, for having me on. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I really, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this in the podcast or not because it's been so long, but yeah, I really like talking about things and I like hearing people discuss different topics, whether I know nothing about them or I know a lot about it. So yeah, and I love this podcast. I listen to it while I'm at work, just to make the night go
He loves
faster.
us.
Just a
I
hard
do.
worker, just a real
I
hard
do.
worker.
Yeah. I'm just like going to flip on Bankstandin and get grinding. So.
Yeah, a lot of people are requesting we do webcams while we do this. But if we did
Really?
webcams, then I could not take my pants off and twiddle myself as Anions is talking. So we're not gonna do
Exactly.
that definitely anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're glad to have you on. We're gonna have you on a lot. It's
Sure,
gonna be
appreciate it.
gonna be
Thank
a
you.
good time. So yeah, that's about it, everybody. We're probably not gonna have this on SoundCloud or anything yet because I just had to spend $720 on repairs, so I can't front the money for a streaming service. So sorry about it. We'll see you guys next time. Got a few guests lined up, and take it easy.
Bye bye.
Baby.